Alright guys, so today gonna be just a quick random video. In the back I'm getting like a loud thud noise or like a clunk noise every time I hit like let's say just a moderate pothole, and I'm really thinking that the rear coilovers or just the shocks themselves are blown or something, that there's no more dampening, it's just all spring and it's basically bottoming out. So I'm gonna go under, I'm gonna raise it up and just take off everything and see what it can be. Nah, it's not gonna be any light here, but basically I have function and form type 1s and I have a gang of miles on them. So let me get started by jacking it up and taking off the wheel, and I'm gonna dismantle the whole coilover. I'm gonna take the preload, everything off, but I'm gonna measure and I'm going to see how much dampening, like does it bottom out the actual shock, or is it still good dampening, if that's even a way to test it. Or I'm gonna check if there's like a bad bushing somewhere, but yeah, like in the lower control arm or something that's shot. But yeah, so let me get started and we'll get to seeing what this can be. Alright guys, so I got it up and everything's just pretty disgusting. I've been neglecting everything back here, and the brakes, grimy brakes, brake pads don't look too bad. I still want to swap them out though, I wouldn't mind, and probably just like redo everything back here. I do see a little, let me see, I do see a little wetness, but it's not telling me exactly if it's blown or not, because that could just be from wear and tear from the road. Obviously these things are not going to be brand new after 30, 40, 50,000 miles. But yeah, it is showing signs of it being a little wet. I kind of thought about these this preload adjustment right here, because this spring is being squeezed for dampening for a preload on the spring. I kind of thought that this would have went down and unwind or something, and that's making this more loose and practically making it more spongy. I thought about that, but I'm gonna go online right now and check the specs, like how much threads are right here, like the measurements on the website. Pretty sure I've seen them before on the preload specs for these, but I'm gonna pull these off and dismantle everything. Let's see. Alright, so got the 214s from above. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure you guys don't need to know how to remove coilovers, but the preload adjustment and all that's pretty new to me, so I probably thought I'd just film this. Oh, and by the way, these funny extended studs, I put these on because I was gonna with spacers, but I never did. But since these studs, the original ones, were like breaking off left and right, I just ended up keeping these. And there's nothing on the front, there's just the regular ones, because I didn't want to press out the bearing in the front, so I never installed the front ones. But yeah. Dang, look how grimy that looks. Man, I've been just neglecting this car so much, because usually I'm just taking off suspension just to clean it and tinker around with it and stuff like that. But I mean, it's a Honda. These things run forever, and just keep the maintenance up and very few repairs. That's the reason why it's just neglected, because I just have fun with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a measurement from here to here and take this off. Alright, so honestly I thought I lost these, but apparently I still have them. And these go right here. They're called spanner wrenches, and pretty cool that I still had these. They were at the bottom of the box. Alright, so before anything, take your measurements right here and make sure you save them so you could put this back after you're done, because you don't want to have it too low or too high or something. But yeah, so I already got the measurement here, and now it's time to take it off. Now I'm gonna get off this bolt right here, and should be good to pull the top hat off. Alright, so I tried taking this bolt off, and the whole shaft is obviously just spinning. So what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna take off the lower what is this, shock body, whatever, mount, and I'm gonna take off these collars and these through the bottom and slide the spring off through the bottom and everything through the bottom, and that's gonna allow me to actually check if this actually has any more dampening in it. But yeah, so instead of messing with this, just gonna lower everything through here. And since I already took my measurement from here, I could always compare it to the other side anyways, but that's why I took measurements of all this stuff. Alright, so got the bottom part off. By the way, these are aftermarket extended ones. The other ones are this big. You have to get these if you want higher ride height. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with a lower ride height with the other ones. So these were like, I believe, $30 or $40, so it's really not that bad for these. It's actually cool that they gave you the option to have extended ones, because I don't like my car slammed anymore. So that was pretty easy to tell. This one has a lip, this one has no lip. So the one with no lip right here, the collar, goes on the bottom. This one, for that piece right there, goes on the top. Yeah, that's still good. Definitely still good. And it's pressurized too. I can't even push down on it that good. So yeah, so these don't look bad at all. Probably just gonna clean them up with the rag and put them back together. Let's see. Uh-oh. Well, that goes inside there. Gotta make sure that goes up in there, but I'll make sure of that. So let me clean them up, and yeah, those things are pretty firm. They still have a bunch of dampening left. Alright guys, so I got a rag, dishwashing liquid. Pretty sure you guys don't want to see me cleaning these up, but I'm gonna make them all nice, put them back, and reinstall. And gonna look at the bushings too, the lower and upper control arm bushings, and see. But everything I did here, I gotta do it again on the other side, but you already know how I did this. Alright, so just in case anybody was wondering, when I took off this perch, the measurement came back. Once this perch bottoms out without any tension, it goes roughly 8 millimeters up, and that's the preload. And then this gap right here is your ride height, obviously, from here to here or whatever. But yeah, so 8 millimeters here and whatever you like right there. And my shock, my whole setup compared to yours is much longer because I got the extended and I'm also raised up all the way. Regular function form will be, this fork will be up here, and people would probably be running like in the middle right there, so it'll be much shorter. But I'm at least 3 inches more maxed out than most people would run with this setup. But yeah, so that's it all cleaned up and readjusted, and I accidentally pinched the rag. But yeah, no wonder it was clamping down on it. But yeah, so I'm gonna reinstall this, and then now I gotta do this to the other one. But and then I'm gonna check out the bushings and stuff, and let's go under there and check. Alright guys, so I do see that there is a crack in the control arm, trailing arm bushing. So I got about 35,000 miles out of that, and it's an eBay generic brand, so that could be the culprit for sure. So I'm gonna swap those out for sure with OEMs this time. But 35K is really not bad for you know, generic ones. Alright, so I'm gonna reinstall the coilover and get this side done. Alright guys, so that just about wraps it up with this one. So I'm looking at replacing the rear trailing arm bushing. I checked all the other bushings right here, real close up on the lower control arm, upper control arm, and everything seems alright, and the shock is good. So I'm gonna replace that. I'm also gonna do the same thing that I did with this. I cleaned it, dismantled it, and everything to the front. So might post that, see what the results are for the front and the health and everything. But if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you on the next one.